When it comes to the state of our nation, I don't even know what to say anymore. It saddens me, it breaks my heart to see the state in which our nation has gotten itself. No one to blame but ourselves. Complacency, ignorance. I mean, of course, you can say, well, we've been lied to. But we openly ate those lies. Didn't do the research. Didn't verify what people said because we trusted. I mean, you can't fault somebody for trusting another person. You ever heard of trust but verify? See, the thing about criminals is they don't come up to you and say, hey, I'm going to commit a crime against you, or hi, I'm going to rob you now. They walk up, they talk to you, they smile. They give you a false sense of security. They gain your trust. And then they commit a crime. And go ahead, everybody in the comments. I walked down the street in a dark alley and some guy walked up, pulled a knife on me and robbed me. He didn't say nothing. He just said, give me your money. Okay, you have that. And those people are openly known as criminals. But the ones that really get you are the ones that betray with a kiss or a smile. The story of Christ teaches us that. There's those that are openly calling for, his death. But the one that truly betrayed him with a kiss. Satan is subtle and seductive, right? Discernment is not just knowing the difference between right and wrong. We all know that, for the most part. The real trick, true discernment, is knowing the difference between right and almost right. Got to do some research, folks. We're being lied to. Stop trusting and verify. Don't listen to me. Look it up for yourself. It's one thing I tell my kids all the time. If you don't believe me, look it up. Maybe if you pulled your face out of Facebook, put your face in a book, really good book to read is The Good Book. My second favorite is the Constitution and our founding documents. People get away with a lot if you don't know. People can tell you, well, this is how it's always been, even if it's always been wrong. People tell you, well, they're criminal. They are bad people. But do you look into it yourself? Do you make your own judgments? Do you look at the evidence on your own? Come up with your own conclusions? I don't know any of the, I don't want to say any, but I don't know a lot of the people's stories for January 6th. Don't know if they went to the building. Don't know if they didn't. I know what the charges against them are, for the most part. I know what the media says, but nobody's allowed in to talk to them. We've even seen their own lawyers get turned away. We've seen Congress get locked out of the building. They're not allowed to have oversight. That's within the jurisdiction of Congress. Oversight of federal detention centers. They go and visit them all the time. But it's blasted all over national TV and all over the internet that Congress was locked out. And in that same video, one of those defendants from January 6th, their attorney, who came to see his client, was turned away. So not only did they deny congressional oversight, but they're also denying due counsel. And it's obvious that they're denying due process. Right to a speedy trial. And they have a bunch of excuses. Well, this is the largest prosecution in American history. Maybe they should have gathered the evidence and actually found crimes that were committed, instead of arresting a whole bunch of people just because they're in someone else's video, and then try to find crimes to pin against them. That is unconstitutional. Habeas corpus. Look it up. This campaign that I'm doing is try to get people to sing for freedom, right? Not calling anybody to go out on the streets. Put your picket signs away. Protests ain't going to help. They can rig elections, folks. They have the dominion over our voting systems. Wink, wink. Sing for freedom. Music resonates to people's hearts. Bring awareness to our political prisoners, especially. Bring awareness to the fact that we're being lied to. If you don't believe me, look it up. And just so you know, Wikipedia and the leftist paid mainstream media aren't necessarily reliable sources. You gotta dig. Dig, mean, pray. For folks that matter, they know what that means. Sing for freedom. Join me in this campaign every single day until our political prisoners are freed. I'm going to be out here singing at 9 o'clock at night the national anthem. Every now and then I switch it up to a different song, different patriotic song. But I like to stick with the national anthem. That's what our inmates sing every night at 9. I stand with them. I was arrested by the FBI. I was awarded bond by the grace of God, and I appreciate it. But there are men and women that have been in lockup for months that have not even received a trial. They have not been convicted for misdemeanors. Misdemeanors. But all they get are excuses, abhorrent treatment, no oversight. In the description box, you'll find a way to write them. They have been receiving the letters. That's what we're told, and that's what we've seen when they write back. It lifts them up. Stand with our inmates. Stand with those that are being locked up for loving our country. Show that you love our country too. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave? Too many Americans don't even know what this song means. Wake up. Lady Liberty did not fall asleep. You did. God bless the United States. Sing for freedom. Bring awareness to our political prisoners.